Hi, I'm Adam from Fun, and today we will be watching Finals Match 2 from the Massachusetts State Championship, where we will see teams 8889A 99% and 15797A Monka Mechanics play against teams 9421W Wicked Smot and 8568A Knights. In this match, we'll see a demonstration of some of the most common mistakes in pushback. Make sure you pay close attention to this video to catch these mistakes and learn how to avoid them. Jumping into this match on the Red Alliance, we have 8889A starting on the left and their partner 15797A starting on the right. On the Blue Alliance, we have 9421W starting on the left and their partner 8568A starting on the right. So jumping into the autonomous period, we're going to see a great auto from all four of these teams. We're going to see the far robots focusing fully on the long goal, whereas the close robots are going to do a split between the long goal and the center goals. So we'll see 15797A is actually going to miss that score on the bottom center goal. So something important to note about this autonomous is that 8889A only goes for a 4-block autonomous, which is going to allow them to get a much faster autonomous, which allows them to get control of this this long control zone before their opponent's able to get there. Their opponent goes for a 7-block autonomous, which should be better in theory, but because it's slower getting to that long goal, they're actually going to lose the opportunity to get that center goal, which is going to make 8889A's auto more effective. And then we're going to see overall these bottom teams, they're going to have the red gets the long control zone, blue's going to get that top center goal. Overall, this gets scored as a tie for the autonomous period. However, 15797A had a rolling block violation, which means that the autonomous bonus is going to automatically be given to the Blue Alliance. So going into the driver control period, we're going to see the first very big mistake made by actually both alliances. We're going to see 8889A and 9421W make the same mistake, which is that they're going to go for a D score right at the start of the match. So obviously we're going to see a battle on both of these long goals right at the start of the match, but something very important is that in a situation like this, where you have one robot on each side of the long goal and tons of blocks inside of the long goal, the team that makes the first move is usually going to be the team that actually loses the interaction, and that's because they're going to make this sort of like push here, and then the team that drives back, so we'll see 15797A is going to kind of drive back a little bit, and then that's going to allow them to make a bigger push here. They're going to have a little bit more distance to make a stronger push, which is going to allow their D score to be more effective. The other thing is that the first team to make a move is going to have SG10 is kind of going to be going against them here, where they're going to have their wing in the goal, and they're going to have to either lift that out or back up, or else they're going to be getting an SG10 violation, which gives their opponent who waits an opportunity to make a much more effective D score than they did. And so in these situations, it's very common in high-level matches to see a stalemate where both teams are playing kind of a game of chicken, where they just wait for the other team to make a move, and sometimes they'll start baiting to try and make their opponents think that they're making a move, and then their opponents make a move, and there's definitely some mind games involved with it, but in an ideal scenario, you can just wait for your opponent to make a move, and then you'll end up winning the interaction. So if we go to watch this happen, we'll see both 9421W and 8889A making a first move, which is going to result in both of them losing their long goals. So we can go ahead and watch that happen here, and we'll see that immediately both of them try to make a play, and that's going to result in them losing their long goals. So we'll see the bottom one's going to become red and the top one's going to become blue at the start of the match. So now right here we have our second mistake, so I'm going to jump back to right here. So we can see that 9421W, they're going to grab this blue block and then go and score it into this long goal. And the reason that that's actually a mistake is it's a very, very common mistake, even among top teams, which is that they try to take a long goal with only 1 or 2 blocks. And that's what we'll see 9421W trying to do throughout this match, which will result in them not being able to get control of this bottom long goal. Whereas 8889A, they're currently down on this center goal, but they're going to play a lot more patient this match, and we'll see that they spend about 30 seconds grabbing blocks, which is a lot, but ultimately their patience pays off, and they're able to get this top center, or this top long goal here. So we can go ahead and watch this play, but definitely in situations like these, you want to grab at least 3 to 4 blocks before trying to take a long goal, because that's going to give you a lot more power to take control of the goal, because you have more blocks in the goal, which gives you more things to push on. It makes more that your opponents would have to D-score, and it allows you to make multiple plays back to back to take a goal. So it's not worth it to try and rush to take a long goal when it's not always going to work out. So we can see right here, if I go and stop right here, we can see that 9421W has just scored 2 more blocks in here, and again, 2 is just not enough for them to be able to make this play. And then we can see that 8889A, it's a little blurry, but they have a full their robot is full of blocks, which is going to allow them to make a play right here. So if we sort of watch both of these teams, we can see 8889A is going to get a big score off, whereas 9421W is just, again, these 2 blocks are just going to be too easy for their opponents to D-score, which is going to result in them again losing that control back. And then we can see that 8889A has been able to secure that long goal control. So it's very, very easy to get impatient. Even top teams do it all the time, and they try to get a long goal control back immediately by using only 1 or 2 blocks. But as we can see by what 8889A has done, it's a lot more effective to be patient and get at least 3 to 4 blocks before trying to retake a long goal. So we can see lots of action on the center goals here, where 15797A is kind of capitalizing on the fact that they have this close long goal to try and use that leverage to take control of the center goals. And then right here we can notice 8568A in the top right is match loading. And so let's go ahead and pause right here. So this is the third major mistake that we'll see, and that's that 8568A right here. They try to make a dump play where they put a ton of blocks into one long goal right at the end of the match, and it's just, the hope is that it's going to be so many points that it's going to outweigh the control bonuses in the rest of the goals. However, their mistake is that they do this at 14 seconds, as we can see, and the problem with that is that the longer that you or the earlier in the match that you make a play like this, the longer that your opponents have to respond to it, and the longer that you have to sit there, because once you've made this score, if you leave, it all gets D-scored immediately and it was all for nothing. So you have to stay there until the end of the match, or else the play doesn't really work out. So by doing it earlier in the match, that means you have to sit in one spot essentially doing nothing for that time, whereas if you did it later in the match, you're only spending, like if you do it around like 4 or 5 seconds, you only have to sit for a couple seconds in one spot to make that play work, instead of spending 14 seconds committed to making this one play. So if we watch this happen, they're going to score a ton of blocks. If the match ends here, they're in a decent spot where this match was actually pretty close, but they notice that their opponents start being able to D-score it, and then so they leave because they start getting like nervous about that, because they see that their opponents are able to respond, and then because of that, it just ultimately they end up leaving and the whole goal gets wiped out. So that's definitely another major mistake that I've seen a ton of teams doing, which is they just try to make that play earlier than they need to because they want to try and play it safe. But really, you only need no more than 5 seconds to dump a robot full of blocks into a goal and get that control. So that's 3 of the biggest mistakes that I've seen happening this season from tons of teams, top teams, lower level teams, all kinds of teams just have been making these mistakes, and they all kind of get showcased in this one match. That's one is, especially at the start of the match, going for a D-score first and not waiting for your opponent to D-score and then responding. 2 is trying to take a long goal or retake a long goal with only 1 to 2 blocks instead of being patient and gathering more blocks before making a play like that. And then 3, trying to make a dump play too early on in a match instead of waiting for only 4 to 5 seconds, which is really all you need. And yeah, so there's definitely a lot to learn from this match. It's something that a ton of teams do, and I think all 3 of these things being showcased in one match was something cool to see, and it's definitely a great opportunity to learn from that, especially going into Worlds and getting ready, trying to prepare for that. That was a great match with a lot to learn from. I'm definitely excited to see how teams refine their gameplay for Worlds. Let us know in the comments what your predictions are for the World Championship. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to Fun to keep up with all of our content. I'm Adam, and thank you for watching this episode of FUNalysis.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the bell to stay up to date on future fun videos. True competitors know that every second counts. That's why Kettering University challenges you to dive in right away as a first-year student. Participating in robotics programs helps Kettering students secure a valuable co-op. Whatever your interests, Kettering gives you more space to work faster and win faster. Learn more at kettering.edu/vex.